أهلا وسهلا فيكم متابعينا بحلقة جديدة وخاصة من برنامج يلا. حلقة اليوم حتكون من جزئين وحنسلط فيها الضوء على قصص أبناء لمخطوفين إسرائيليين لا زالوا مختطفين رهائن لدى حماس. وحنبدأ مع يولي ذات 27 عام واللي تم اختطاف والدها أهاد ووالدتها راز. خليكم معنا. Thank you so much for taking the time today and speaking in such a difficult time.
Thank you for having me.
Yoli, I wanted to ask you to start by telling us a little bit more about your parents, Ohad and Raz, and your memories of them before their abduction.
So my father is now 55. He's the accountant of the kibbutz Be'eri. He's a very outside he's very serious guy, and at home he's like the funniest father. And my mother, she's an artist. She do like this bracelet she did for me. She's my best friend. And she's 57.
Wow, they're so young, your parents.
Yeah. She's the person that you talk to if you need something. My father has the best advice. These are my parents.
Can you tell me about your immediate reaction when you were awakened by the alarm and realized the severity of the situation and what happened? Can you share with us that memory?
Yeah, of course. So I sleep in the safe room in my house. So
you sleep there all the time?
Yeah, it's my bed is there.
Okay.
So when I woke up at 6:20, something like that, from sirens in my phone.
Yes.
Because it's connected to all Israel. And I saw the places, and I saw that it's near me, but it's something that I know this. It's happened every, I don't know.
Yes, it happens often in Israel.
Yeah. And then I got a message to my phone that said that they think that terrorists came into the kibbutz. But then I start to hear Arabic outside my window. And then I understand that something bigger is happening. And also I started to hear shooting. And I got scared. So I wrote to my mother and asked her how she is and what they are doing.
Okay.
And she told me, yes, we hear the shooting, but it's not close. They're not going to get to us. Everything is okay. You stay in the safe room in quiet. It was like 7:30, and I wrote again to my mother, and she said to me that she asked my father to go close the shelter, and they shot them in his shoulder. At 9:30, I wrote them again, and she told me that they are in the house, ruined everything, that they hear them break things, and that they are in the second floor of the house and in the bathroom, and that they hear screaming and shouting and Allah Akbar all the time, and they very scared. And at 10, my father wrote to my sister a message that said, they are in the shelter, they catch us. And we didn't know what it means, because for us, they will kill them, what they will do.
Yeah.
And then my sister saw this picture on Telegram and sent it to me and to my family. I was in the shelter for 16 hours until the soldiers, the amazing soldiers, came to rescue me, along with my sister, because they first got to my sister and she said, I don't leave the kibbutz without my sister. So she came for me. I saw dead bodies on the street. Some terrorists tried to shoot at us. And it was, I think, the scariest moment of my life. And then when we got out from the kibbutz, we didn't know nothing about my mother. 2 weeks later, after we got out, we got this picture of my mother from the day of the 7th, and you can see her face, and you can see all the people that are around her. They took her by force. They threatened her with a gun to her head and said to her, "You need to go on a motorcycle." And she said, "I don't want to go on a motorcycle." So they put here the gun, and she said, "Okay." On the way to Gaza, she saw a lot of people that running into the kibbutz. She said that she saw children, women, old men. She just saw a bunch of people like thousands. And on the way they hit her.
They hit your mom?
Yeah. And we have like avocado trees, and they took avocado and throw it her on the head. And she got into Gaza. The situation there is very hard. No food. She didn't take a shower for 54 days. And after 54 days, she came back. This is a picture from the hospital when she came back. And we all very excited and very happy. But when she got back, she understand that my father is there.
But she never saw him there.
They took him before. Now her illness got worse. The medication that worked before doesn't work now.
Oh.
Now we are trying to balance her, but we can't because the mental health affect the physical health.
Absolutely.
She needs my father at home.
Emotionally, how do you cope with all of this? How are you managing this? And of course, taking care of your mom at the same time.
I think I have the hope of me bringing him home. So it's like holding me. And it's not easy, but I know that I can't break. When he come back, I will be breaking, but not before.
There's something that people don't know about a kibbutz like Be'eri is that a lot of people in this kibbutz and in all the kibbutz around Gaza are generally pro-peace.
Yeah.
How do you balance between wanting peace and being empathetic and then knowing what happened?
I think that there are people that didn't do nothing. What's happened in the 7th was like a bit of break of trust, but we also understand that there are people that are innocent, that just need and want to live a peaceful life, and they are like hostages of a terror organization.
Yuli, how do you feel about the international response? How do you cope with what you're seeing on college campuses with people who are literally supporting Hamas?
I just think that people that are doing what they do don't understand what happened on the 7th. Because from my kibbutz got killed 100 people, kids, mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, and they not only got murdered, they got abused. And people cannot see it because, you know, we a lot of the time we like to respect the deaths and not showing the world what's happened. But Hamas did a really good job of filming.
Yes. They documented it.
Yeah, so there's proof, but people don't want to see it. I was hiding for 16 hours in my own home, fighting for my life. And I said goodbye to my friends. I said goodbye to my parents. People that don't see it, it breaks my heart. And this is the reason that I try to tell my story in every single place that I can.
Yes, so there is definitely an information war going on, right? There's a lot of disinformation, misinformation, and now on social media, anybody could publish anything.
Yeah.
In your opinion, why are people choosing to believe that kind of very systematic, spread of disinformation, misinformation, that if somebody just does the job and searches it up, can realize the truth, but yet it's not happening?
I think it's easier. So I think that people just need to be a little bit more curious. For me, it's painful to see that people decide not to do it because it's easier.
I do want to ask you if you want to share with our audience today, everybody who is watching, what is your message? What are you looking forward to in the future?
First, I want to say that my parents were civilians in their houses, in their country, peacefully. And they are innocent people that just live their lives. They need to be home, back with their loved one. And I really want to get back to my life with my parents, and in someday I want my father will be in my wedding, to meet my kids, and I'm really scared that it's not going to happen. My father does not have time. The hostages does not have time anymore. And I can see it, and we all the time hear about hostages that are not alive anymore. And I can tell you that if my mother would stay more, she wouldn't alive. She could not survive there. I just want to ask from the world to help us. We need our loved ones at home as soon as possible because they don't have time.
Would you like to send a message to your father if he could hear you?
Wow. First, I want to say my father that I want him to know that we are alive, because when my mother came back, she thought that we are dead. So this is first, we all alive. And I don't know what they tell you there, but we are fighting for you every day, every second. We are going all around the world for you. And we just want you back at home. And I really want to hug you again and say that I love you very much. And also thank you for everything that you are doing for me, because I feel your energy every day, and I send you energy every day, and I want you to be back.
Oof. Thank you so much, Yuli. I pray for your father's release and all of the other hostages. And I thank you for your bravery and for your courageousness. I think your message is very important, and I hope that people hear it and listen to it.
I hope
and
so.
That everybody will be released, all the hostages. Thank you.
Thank you.